one, my name is. My name is Tori. It's not Victoria, it's just Tori. My parents agreed that they didn't want me to have a nickname, so they named me Tori. But somehow my dad managed to always call me Tor. That was okay with me though. I have to admit that this was the hardest speech I've ever prepared for. And probably not a good idea that my husband either, because I think it makes it that much harder. And you asking to videotape was probably even a little bit harder, but that's okay. I'm going to cheat now, use my card. The process of writing this speech left me speechless time and time again. I could not come up with 4 to 6 minutes of stuff to talk about. And I couldn't figure out why I couldn't come up with 4 to 6 minutes to talk about, because I've never really had that problem before. I love to talk. Everybody who I meet, I end up talking to, and sometimes it's kind of like a curse because I talk to everybody. But this was not the same. This actually reminds me of my wedding day, our wedding day. And I had told Josh and the pastor many times that I didn't think I could get up there and actually speak my vows. And I couldn't speak my vows when I got up there. Because what I managed to do was start giggling and gasping for breath because I could not say what I needed to say or what I was being told to say. I couldn't even repeat it. And all I could do was laugh. Of course, I was able to because I knew what I was doing and I was there for a reason. And I had no doubt that God had orchestrated our relationship and our marriage, and I had complete faith and trust. I just had giggles. And I couldn't speak, which is odd because I've been a teacher for quite some time. And, well, I hadn't been at the time, but you know, now I have. So I have 10 years of teaching experience behind me, and this still terrifies me. So, for all of you who knew that I was a teacher and thought that maybe I could be really good at this, it's just as hard for me as it was for any of you. But this whole process of writing this speech has made me question why I joined Toastmasters. And I had asked my husband for advice. What could I speak about? And he said, well, why don't you explain why you joined Toastmasters? So I'm going to try to explain that. Growing up as a child, even when I was in college, I always thought that I could be a motivational speaker. I bet you guys all thought that too. So I couldn't figure out why it's so difficult for me to do. Obviously, at my wedding, I was in front of a room full of people, of everybody that I loved and trusted, and I still couldn't speak. May have been why I couldn't speak, because I was afraid. And my fears and my self-doubt made me afraid and made it where I couldn't get my words out. So the reason I joined Toastmasters was to try to help build my self-confidence and my communication skills and make it where I could feel like I could speak in front of a large group of people, even though this is a small group of people, one step at a time. So I admit, I didn't put much thought into joining. Oh, well, I didn't tell you guys that part, but I didn't put a whole lot of thought into joining it. I had never actually heard of Toastmasters until about 3 months ago. I looked it up, I Googled it, I found a place that I liked, I came here, and on the very first night I joined Toastmasters. So, as you can imagine, while I was preparing for this, there were many times when I felt like I questioned why I was here or what I was doing. And I don't know the answer to that. I don't have a clear answer. All I know is that right now in my life, I'm trying to face my fears and things that I'm afraid of and trusting in God. That's why I'm here. Thank you.